Have you ever felt like you've been praying, believing, and doing all the right things but nothing seems to be happening? You ask God for a breakthrough, a sign, a shift, but instead all you hear is silence. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and you start wondering if your manifestation is ever going to happen. You look around and it feels like everyone else is receiving their blessings, stepping into their purpose, achieving their dreams. Meanwhile, you're stuck in this waiting season wondering, God, when is it going to be my turn? Waiting can be one of the hardest parts of the manifestation process. We live in a world that thrives on instant results. We're used to quick fixes, fast answers, and immediate gratification. When we pray, we want the answer now. When we set intentions, we want to see movement now. And when things don't happen in our expected time frame, frustration kicks in. We start doubting. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe God isn't listening. Maybe this isn't meant for me. But here's what I want you to understand. God's timing is always perfect. What feels like a delay is actually divine alignment. What seems like silence is often preparation. Just because you don't see things moving doesn't mean God isn't working behind the scenes. Some blessings require a process. Some manifestations need time to align in ways that we can't yet comprehend. Think about planting a seed. When you plant it in the ground, you don't see anything happening right away. You water it, nurture it, and trust that something is growing beneath the surface. Days, weeks, maybe even months go by before you see the first sprout. But just because you couldn't see it doesn't mean it wasn't growing. The same goes for your dreams, your breakthroughs, and the manifestations you're believing in. Just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean it's not happening. And let's be honest, if God gave you everything you're asking for right now, would you truly be ready for it? Sometimes the waiting season is about preparation. There may be lessons you need to learn, skills you need to develop, or inner work that needs to be done before you can step into your blessing. Maybe you're asking for a leadership role, but first you need to develop patience and wisdom. Maybe you're praying for financial abundance, but first you need to learn how to manage what you already have. God doesn't just want to give you a blessing, He wants to make sure you can sustain it. Waiting doesn't mean doing nothing. It means preparing with expectation. It means waking up every day with faith, knowing that your manifestation is already on its way. It means showing up as if your dream is already a reality. If you're manifesting a new career, don't wait until the opportunity appears. Start preparing now. Update your resume, take a course, improve your skills. If you're manifesting love, don't sit around waiting. Become the person you want to attract. Align yourself with what you're asking for so that when the right moment comes, you're ready. I know it's hard to trust the process when you don't see progress. But have you ever looked back at a time when something didn't work out, only to realize later that it was for the best? Maybe you wanted a job that didn't hire you, only to land a better opportunity later. Maybe you prayed for a relationship to work out, but in hindsight, you see that God was protecting you from something you couldn't see at the time. This is how divine timing works. It's not about delays, it's about alignment. And when the time is right, you won't have to force anything. The doors will open naturally. The connections will come effortlessly. The opportunity will feel right. You won't have to beg for it, chase it, or struggle to hold on to it. What's meant for you will arrive exactly when it's supposed to, not a moment too early, not a second too late. So if you're feeling impatient, discouraged, or tempted to give up, I want you to take a deep breath and remind yourself, God is never late. He is always on time. Your manifestation is already in motion. Just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean it's not coming. Keep believing. Keep preparing. Keep trusting. Because one day, sooner than you think, you'll look back on this waiting season and realize, It was all leading you exactly where you were meant to be. Your breakthrough is coming. The only question is, will you have the patience to receive it?